about 9 o'clock serving away, and then a bit of a crumble and a bang, and then looking out, and my view was cut short pretty quick. There was a few people in the street about to come in, and we had one person in the shop, and then we were just having a bit of a yak, and then that was it, so we're blooming lucky.
Control CDB3. Yep, we're off at the skating rink. The whole roof is gone, and we'll be doing a 4L in relation to this.
First thing we knew about it, the DJ box glasses started to smash. And then the roof started creaking, and we got a bit panicky and rang the boss and said we were banning it. And that was about an hour ago, and we'd been sitting in the car, and the fella left his shoes in here, decided to come and get his shoes. And he just got out as this part fell down, and then just as the police arrived to take us home, the rest of the roof's gone.
I was actually on my way out because the rain came and I thought, well, it was going to wash the snow away, so I better get down the hill. I went back inside and put my leggings on, and I came back out and hopped in the car and back out the garage, and here we were. The road was completely covered.
Hey, watch it! Do we have him like Arnold with no neck?
We've got sheep at the moment that are in the midst of lambing. Those lambs will all be dying right now. We've also got cattle that are calving, and again I can't get access to those, and so I'm not sure what the state of those cattle will be.
I don't think there's going to be much of a farm income this year. Not much at all. Hello.
The ones that are in the shelter are surviving reasonably well, but anything that's out in the open is not lasting very long. We just have to keep working through, make the best use of the shelter and the feed that we have, and just hope the weather clears quickly.
We're driving sheep, cutting fences and getting them onto the road and driving them down to paddocks down in Barry's Bay to get a pick of green grass into them, but things aren't looking good.
We are concerned with people in the eastern bays. The area from the Akaroa Heads right through to O'Kane's Bay is completely isolated, no telephones, no power, and no road access, of course, for 3 days. Those people have not been able to be contacted. There are people over there on their own, some of them, people who we're concerned about with food also.
Probably 15 or 20, but they're only in 2s and 3s.
We've been very lucky. We've had so much help. It's just amazing. Can't get over it.
All the water comes off the hills and we just keep on going. Even if it stops raining, there's still going to be water pouring off those hills. It hasn't been like this all for years and years. It was the worst it's ever been.
The odd car stuck down Dyer's Pass, and we've towed, maybe 6 cars out so far over the last 3 or 4 days. But we had a family arrive. They came for a look up for the snow, and they got stuck, and they spent 3.5 hours walking to our place. And by the time they got to our place, they were really quite cold, quite bitter. So we stripped the kids off, put them in all the warm clothes, and then rang up the local fire brigade, and they come up and hoisted them away back down home. So that was really good. But that's about the only thing that's really happened.
We walked in on Jack today, and he was, we knocked at the front door, we got no answer, and we started to get a bit worried, and we went to the back door, and the back door was open, and so we kind of had to walk in through the house, and we find him in the front room, huddled up against the fire, and he was cold, he was wet, and he was shivering, and yeah, no, it was damn awful actually.
And now you see I've moved to the Heathcote River, also affected by the tide. The tide peak was probably around about 5:35 and is now going down. And as we follow through the Heathcote again, we've got this traditional problem down here, where we have had difficulties here at the bottom of Hunsbury, Beckenham, and we're watching that fairly closely. Current situation is simply that we are watching. It looks as though it might not be too bad, but it didn't go quite as smoothly as we hoped it might have. about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
From North Otago right through, I believe that every lamb that's dropped on the ground has about a 20% chance of survival. Now, so some people are working very hard to get every lamb dropped into a shed, keeping it warm. I feel very sorry for some of the people who've got them into sheds and the power goes off. In other words, that's their only source of heat for those lambs. But they're trying to get them dry. They're trying very hard, setting up nurseries in the wool shed. And that's where I think we're going to need some help from volunteers.
The key concern for me is hypothermia, and I think that's a real risk. On top of that, anybody who is struggling at risk with an illness is probably at risk. And I think just generally, the social isolation, the feeling of the fear of the unknown, it's a unique situation. It probably hasn't happened to many elderly for a while, and it can be very frightening.
Well, basically all the machinery and the people have been in place. So like when people woke up on the hills, they would have seen a grader up there that was put there last night. So everything that could be done, I think,